What's up, guys? So welcome to Jesse Missy's Astro TV. It is December 29th. I am sick or coming off being sick, so don't mind if my cognitive abilities are not as they usually are, but hopefully Missy can compensate for that.
Yes, sure can.
Yeah. So, lots of intense astrological energy moving into this new year. We're actually how I feel like the full moon it's got to be
Tonight.
like it. Yeah, but it's like, is it like right now? Maybe in like 2 hours.
No, well, where I live, it's gonna be so I live in California time, so it's 1913 California time.
It's
Central
that
time.
late. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's four. Right now it's at 4 degrees Cancer and 8 degrees Cap. But regardless, like it doesn't matter. Like like the way I've experienced full moons this year has been sometimes the day, like 2 or 3 days, usually like 2 days before the full moon has been when it's the most intense. Like right when you start to feel that orb, because it kind of like it's almost like you're just starting to fall in the water, and like
Right.
by the time the actual full moon like completely happens, it's like, okay, I've already gone through the shit, the shadow, whatever is brought up. It's like kind of being caught off guard, which is the most difficult part.
Right. It's starting to feel the emotion, and then once you've like gone through the motion, you're like, okay, I'm already in the water. It's like stepping into water, right? Where you're like,
Exactly.
it's cold, and then you're like in water, you're like, okay, I'm getting used to it now.
Yeah, it's like for me, I would say it's been like a lot of events and a lot of energies and just like being in certain moods, and like it's like, okay, if I don't, like, I know a lot of times I've known the full moon's coming, but sometimes I haven't, and I'll
Right.
just be, oh damn, wait, why am I feeling crazy? Why is my girlfriend feeling crazy? Why is everyone feeling crazy? And then like, oh shit, the
Why
full moon.
is everyone so emotional?
Yeah, why am I so triggered? Why is everything in my body hurt? All these things are affected by the full moon. That's why it's
Right.
so important to
Well,
follow
and
the
then
lunar
we
cycle.
have the moon that's in Cancer, which by itself is, it's ruled by the moon. Cancer sign's ruled by the moon on top of it, and it's already emotional as it is because it's a water sign.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, we have the square to Chiron that's happening, and then it's squaring the sun at the same time. And Chiron is like the wounded healer. Yeah, so
So
like Chiron, he's like the wounded healer. So every time with the sun here and the moon here, it's really illuminating that. It's enhancing that wound, that childhood core wound inside of us. And so sometimes our subconscious doesn't even know where it's coming from. So we start projecting on people of like, I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm this, I'm that. But it's really this child core wound inside of us that's really hurt that Chiron's triggering. And the full moon is just intensifying.
yeah, and one thing I want to add, just in general, for people watching this who might not have like the full understanding of everyone knows what a full moon is. It's an opposition between the sun and the moon, but actually you can also create charts, just like a birth chart's created for a human. We also create charts for when the full moon is exact, right? Because that's like when like that exact moment where there to whatever the like a 0.000 like exact opposition. We create a chart and we're able to see what else is going on astrologically. So when we're talking about a full moon, so it's a full moon in Cancer, but it's also a full moon that has a square to Chiron. So that's just kind of understand that like a square is a 90-degree angle. So this is the full moon, right? Cancer, Capricorn Sun, Cancer Moon, and then there's the square to Chiron.
Right, which is tension. A square is tension. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So when you have any type of square with the full moon, especially like just the symbolism of a full moon in Cancer, um, for the year of 2020, which has really been a Capricorn year, which is the opposite sign of Cancer. Um,
Right.
Cancer being family, right? Past lives, ancestry, and all that stuff. It's like this is the holiday season, so
Right.
I can only imagine that, like, I'm sure not everyone is staying with their family on New Year's Eve, but
Right.
like this probably contributed to some triggering conversations and man, I hate my family type energy from lots of people like during the Christmas time. I'm imagining.
Totally. Yeah. And with the sun being in Capricorn, your ego is wanting to work and wanting to get all this stuff done. And then emotionally, you're wanting to stay home. So you have this conflict going on, which is causing Chiron to go, what the hell? And the tension starting with all the family and stuff. And then on top of it, we still have Mars coming off of Pluto, on
Oh
top of
yeah. So yeah, that's another aspect that we've been feeling a lot this year is Mars, the planet of action, of war, squaring Pluto, like the planet of intensity. It's like I think of it as like this dense, like dense ball of energy that might be small, but it's just like extremely potent, almost like a nuclear bomb. Even though that's more like uranium, but it's like
right,
when you see anyone that has a square
right,
and a square between Mars and Pluto in their birth chart, like these are the types of people that can sometimes be violent. They can be they have so much inner tension that if they
right,
don't find a healthy way, a healthy means,
right.
like these are the types of people that become like that, like are murderers or they're martial art champions, or like they need to find
They
a
need
way to get
to
energy.
they exert the energy somehow, some way. Like I told you last week, it's a girl PMSing, right? Like for me,
Yeah.
when I'm PMSing, if I don't clean my house, like and do something to exert that energy, it's going to go somewhere else it's not supposed to, because I have Pluto in my sixth house, which is about daily routine and activity. And so for me, I have to clean in order to exert that energy inside of me that needs to be released.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, Pluto in the third house for me, I think it has a lot to do with communication and speaking my truth, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But there's like I could go for hours about Pluto and what it means to my chart and other charts. It's like one of my favorite planets. So yeah, I guess like overall energy update. So yeah, the
Right.
full moon, obviously we're focusing on that. So um I want to pull up, I had the
And then we also have Venus that's going to be conjuncting the South Node on New
that's
on New
right.
Year's Eve's night. Like, what a crazy time to be having like the freaking transit of Venus on the South Node. Like, come on, like
but
getting that booty call from your ex. Talk about that phone call.
But yeah, right. But even from a different collective angle, I feel like Venus, can really be like about self love too. And
Right.
like maybe that's something. Maybe I'm crazy, but maybe that's something about like the collective remembering self love for themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
Plus the booty call stuff.
right. Well, then tomorrow you have the moon entering. This is going to be on, oh no, that's already past through Gemini. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
whenever I see South Venus on South Node, it just reminds me of just so much karma coming back and like meeting that person that's like, oh my gosh, why do I feel so connected to this person? Why do I get along with them so well? And then you're like, crap, they're on my South Node. They're from my past. I got karma to clear.
Oh, great. And it's falling exactly on my moon. Yay. Awesome. I think I lost Missy again. So just so you guys know, there'll be times during these episodes, I don't know what it is, where we'll lose Missy. And I think if I just keep talking, then there'll be no issue. And then she'll come back in. So yeah, I think we lost you for a second there. Um, but yeah,
Did I
I
look
was
like a
just
robot?
no, because I was looking at these other charts, but the full moon chart. But yeah, I was just saying how yay, it's on my moon. It's very good. So okay, besides that, yeah, so full moon chart, let's see what other aspects are going on.
You'll be
Moon,
feeling a
so
lot of love that night, hopefully,
I hope so.
emotionally.
We'll see. I mean, it's Friday and it's a very Saturnian restrictive New Year's, to say the least. So we'll see.
Well, this will probably be like the first time in history that New York Square will be like empty.
Yeah. So 2021, I mean, let's not go too far into the rabbit hole. What's up, dog? He doesn't hear me. She or he?
Polly, a she.
She.
She's a puppy.
Polly. Polly.
Who's that?
I wish I had Wish I had my new kitten here. But why don't we just like, I don't know, I'm feeling up for it. Should we just talk a little bit about 2021? Do you feel like it? Are you feeling it? Let's just do it. Whatever. We were supposed to make this was supposed to be a smaller episode, but I've been sick and now I feel a little bit more energy. I got a psychic reading and not actually, I do have some time. Wait, she just texted me back, said, okay, so I actually do have more time. Okay, so yeah, 2021. I mean, like everyone's hoping it's going to be completely different. What are your expectations?
I think we're going to see in May that things like start to open up, like May and June. But
yeah,
I mean, my prediction from like January to May is things are going to be shut down until the vaccine is like really out and people are getting it. Things are going to be shut down, especially here in the United States. I know you live in Romania, but I feel like in the United States, things are going to be shut down.
Yeah, I've had like these visions of like I've said a million times, Aquarius season thing, like a lot of the energy clearing, but it doesn't just like it's not like it's just going to go away right away. I think like by Aquarius season, which starts January 20th, around that time, I feel like things are going to be more clear. But then there's going to be still like a process. Like there's going to be more optimism, less of the conspiracy people are going to have much say like about like, and that's just how I see it. I feel like people are going to be less like fear mongering and more like, okay, like we see a way out of this, but it's February and it's going to take several months before we can fully be out of this. And I think by summer, and that aligns perfectly with the dates you said, like, I just know that this next summer I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be going to my music festivals and just raving and doing all the stuff that I live to do. So,
right. And I don't think it like we're going to really see the impact. It's kind of like, okay, 2021 actually reminds me a lot of this full moon. I'll tell you that. Because 2020 was like we stepped in the water and we're like, oh my God, this is freaking cold, right? And then 2021 is like, okay, I'm getting used to this. I'm getting used to COVID. I'm getting used to that, right? And so people are kind of going to be like backing up and be like, no, we need to start opening up. We got the shot. People are going to get the shot. Whether you believe in that or not, like we're not here to talk about that, but
I'll get it right now. Bring it. Right here, right now. I don't give a shit. But anyways, yeah, keep going. But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I agree completely. It'll be a process. Things don't happen overnight. So you think by May it's gonna be better. But of course, we've always talked about how the U.S. it's gonna be different, probably in the U.S. But what I don't know, what can the president, the change of the U.S. president, like the what day is it? February where it officially happens, or January?
January, the inauguration.
Yeah, when Biden's like, it's like when they switch, whatever.
That's
what day is that?
Shit show. Sorry, but
does that align with Aquarius season? Is that January 20th or 15th or something? No. Or is it February?
Let me see. I think it's January. Maybe this is so bad that I don't know this.
It would be bad if I still lived in America, which I still wouldn't know.
Oh, thank you. January 20th. There we go.
Oh, so what did I say? That is Aquarius season starting. So we're seeing some synchronicities. So
and maybe Saturn's gonna be squaring my sun and squaring everything else besides my sun.
Wow. Saturn.
It's gonna be so bad. Like the day of inauguration is gonna be so bad astrologically. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
What if Biden like walks up to the stage and just collapses? And then,
well, Kamala Harris's astrology is showing that she could be the president.
What if Trump just pulls it off somehow? Just like,
I wish.
I don't even know.
He's headed for a hard season astrological wise. Like he's headed for a hard time,
Nope. No comment on if I wish that also.
Well, looking at the astrology, it looks like 2024 is like a good year for Trump, but these next years aren't good for Trump, Things are going to turn around for him in 2024.
If he's still alive, he will be. People like that, they stay living, even though they've eaten terribly, and for some reason it's like the most unhealthy just seem to live the longest. I know that's not factual, but it's just seems to be true. I did see some study about that the other day.
Right. Well, it does show in Melania's chart that she's going to have issues with the home.
Well, they're getting divorced. I've heard that they've been like essentially like divorced for a long period, for at least like a year or two, and that she's been like faking everything, like all the public appearances. There's been like clips of her like not even wanting to hold his hand and just being like basically like the impression is that like she's completely over the relationship, but just waiting until he's no longer president to, you know, to make the divorce official.
I won't say I haven't felt that way before when I have the transit she's having.
Yeah. What does she have?
She's having a lot of Uranus transits, especially with
Ooh.
like, yeah, where she's just, you know, in the fourth house and stuff like that. So she's just wanting to like leave.
Is she a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius?
I think I'm like looking at her face right now. I'm trying to think what she is by looking at her face.
I think she's a Libra.
I think she's a Libra. Yeah. And he's a Gemini, right? Trump's a
Yeah.
Gemini. You can
Yeah.
tell by how he talks.
And you know, it's always, I don't know, I feel like couples who are like very non-spiritual that marry each other, I don't know, I know it's a generalization, but I almost always see their sun and moon, they're both sun signs being in the same element, like
Right.
so
Like
often.
there's no water.
Yeah, like my grandpa and grandma, you know, both are Libra and Aquarius. Goes on and on and on. Melania Trump, and we were both wrong as hell. She is a Taurus, 26th
Ooh.
of April. A very good looking 50-year-old.
Wait, April?
April 26th.
Oh yeah, she's a Taurus.
She's on that.
What sign? What house?
For what, her son?
Yeah, I feel like it'd be like a 12th house.
I think, yeah, that would make sense.
12th house, by the way, is Pisces, Neptune. It's very, when your sun's there, your ego kind of like doesn't exist. Like you're not, when you're a Taurus, you're very like stubborn. You're very want things done.
Second, wait, no, we don't have her birth time, so we have no idea. But it showed second house because it had the 12 o'clock birth time. So we don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, 12th house suns are interesting.
The sun's on her, the Uranus is on her sun.
Yeah, not quite. It's 20. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, because April 26th.
Because my ascendant's at 4 degrees Taurus and my sun's at
Yeah.
7 degrees. So that's like right around me.
So she's really trying to break free. Damn. Anyways, enough.
Freedom. That's actually when I got divorced.
Crazy. Wow. Anyways, enough about Trump's. What else do we foresee? So yeah, this coming week, what's your energetic intensity level? Scale of 1 to 10.
I feel, well, for me personally, I can definitely feel the Chiron wound for sure. And then also because it's my Uranus, the sun's on my, Uranus is on my Venus. So I just feel like breaking free from relationships. And my Chiron wound is just like, yeah, you should. And just being mad and angry and frustrated. I feel all of that, you know? And I have a lot of friends that have been like like just crying lately, just so emotional, feeling so
Same.
wounded, so like this person's hurting me, or like this guy's coming in back into my life. So I've seen all of, you know, it. And I think it's also too us getting used to this Aquarian age as well, because now people are starting to really step into that, and we're starting to get used to that as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think relationships are changing, and people are realizing the need to really shift into the new way, the new age of relationships, which is more Aquarian. It's more based on individualism. It's more based. It's like less about like trying to control a woman and tell her that she needs to fucking do the cleaning and the dishes and that's it. You know, it's like people are going to want to be more and more free. Like I think we've talked about it, how, you know, personally and I'll be open about this, like I sleep in my own bed, and that will always be how it is, because I need to sleep alone. That's my swag.
You know what? here's the good
That's
thing though, you know that about yourself, right?
exactly. And like the thing is that like I guarantee you in 10 years, a book comes out. I'm not writing that shit, but like I guarantee you this becomes a larger trend. Guaranteed.
Right.
Guaranteed. I guarantee you they find some study that says, because even me and my girlfriend have talked about it, like like I don't think we like things could have lasted as they have with us not having our own space and our own rooms and own areas. And so when you think about it, like growing up, like you know, as a kid with your own room, living with your brothers and
Right.
sisters, like I mean, I guess not everyone in the whole world is like that, but like that is it's such a beautiful thing to have your own space. And I think more and more people will start to be like that in terms of
It's healthy.
relationships. Yeah,
What and then the download I got from for you is you're not trying to conform to the way society is telling you to live either. Saying you have to live,
never,
sleep with
never.
your
Yeah,
girlfriend in the same bed, if you're not comfortable with it, you need your own
yeah,
space. And like you know that about yourself, or you're not trying to conform. And I feel like we're out of this like conformity mentality in Aquarius, right? We're breaking free from restrictions, which is all Capricorn. We're breaking free from all of that. We're
exactly.
living individually from our soul, what it's telling us, like what makes us feel comfortable.
Truly, yes, exactly.
Yeah. So I see a lot of that coming, and it's like I got in a huge fight with my mom yesterday, and I totally felt the energy. Totally felt it. And the moon right now in my solar arc is right on my Chiron. So it's like I'm just
Wow.
feeling all of that Chiron energy.
Yeah, Chiron's tough going through those transits. That's why
Yeah,
you
it's like
people
the
listening
shadow
should
self.
definitely, yeah. That's why you people listening should definitely um, either get birth chart readings / current astrology readings.
Right.
In my case, I only do the birth charts. I'll only do a current astrology after doing a birth chart for someone. But like, man, like just knowing about a transit can be, I'm not going to say life saving, but
It's
I
like
mean,
knowing
like,
that it's going to rain tomorrow and you don't have an umbrella, right?
yeah, like when I had this year, I had Chiron, or it was a year and a half or 2 years, I don't know. I had Chiron over my sun five times back and over with the retrograde. And nearly every single time that it went directly over my sun, something really sad, fucked up happened. And
Right.
it was just like clockwork. So stuff
Yeah.
can really help.
No, it totally can. Yeah. I try to remember when Uranus is on my Venus.
We are experiencing, we're not hearing, but I think I can fill in what Missy was saying. Her camera stopped, or her audio stopped, but she's talking about Uranus being on her Venus and just really wanting to break free. I think she can hear
Mhm.
me now. Okay, now you can hear me. Go ahead.
No, just saying that, I really, like you said about transits, it's so good to know because when Uranus gets on my Venus, I just want to break free from like every relationship I have, you
Yeah.
know? And like yesterday, my mom was like crying because she's like, you could just stop talking to me and be okay.
You're like, yeah.
And I'm like, can you see me?
Yeah, I see you perfect. See and hear you.
I don't know why I can't. So, yeah. But anyway, so that's this week. Into the new
Yeah.
year we go. Last full moon in Cancer.
Yeah. Happy New Year's, everyone. Stay with it. It's gonna get a little bit easier, I think. It
Yeah,
will get easier. 2020 will, just getting the symbolism of getting past 2020, I think will be something its own, not even just a placebo
right,
effect. I think that there's just gonna be a different energy because different years have different energies.
right.
And
And numerology wise, we're going to be in a 5 year. So that's a Leo year. So next year we're getting into a Leo year, which is amazing. We were in a Cancer year. This 2020 was all a Cancer year. So I can't even talk.
numerological.
Five.
Yeah. So moving from a homey year to hopefully a fun external year.
Leo year.
We'll
Yeah.
see. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. And I guess we'll be back in 2021. Thank
Yep.
you.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.